All right, hey, welcome back. We're going to talk now about some neck and shoulder exercises that you can do if you're developing some postural faults about the neck and shoulder. And I want you to remember that this is not something that's going to treat every neck and shoulder issue. This is just that, oh man, my neck hurts from studying too long, or maybe I've just text messaged too long, or gained too long, or I just sat like this way too much. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to add some stability back there. I personally like these three things because I think it's a pretty quick fix if you have a postural fault, but that's something that's very temporary. So if you have something a little more than that, this may not be your answer, and certainly don't assume that it's going to cause euphoric effects for everyone who does have a shoulder or neck problem. But it's a great way to start. It's just like our little spinal flow, only it's for the neck. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my two fingers, I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to get this forward head typically that's going on, and I'm going to use muscles in the back of my neck, but I'm going to use my fingers on my chin to cue, and I'm going to do chin tucks. Now, if this hurts, what I'm going to give you is a modification. The modification is simply tilt your head down and do them this way. And what I find is that many times this is more comfortable and also more effective. Now once I get it down, I no longer need my fingers on my chin. I can just do the chin tuck. Some people call this the turtle maneuver, because you look like a turtle as he sticks his head out of his shell, pops it back in. Number two on my list, I've got a little TheraBand. These are things you can buy at different sporting goods stores. And I'm not recommending a specific color for anyone. I just happen to grab blue because that's Carl Albert's color. I'm going to loop mine around a doorknob, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a posterior view of what I do for this exercise. And what you should see is my shoulders are coming back and going forward. Now before I even start this maneuver, what I'm doing here is I am pulling myself into that chin tuck position, so I'm giving some good stability back here. I'm not leaning my head forward. I don't want to work it in that loose position. I want to work it in a good, tight, strong position. And so I'm just doing some simple shoulder rowing. I would say anywhere between 20 and 50 of these two exercises is going to be very sufficient to help reduce symptoms of most neck problems. But this just activates those muscles that are very commonly involved with your neck problem. The third and final thing I'm going to do is just a simple little stretch. I'm opening my door. I'm going to walk to my door, just like this right here. I'm going to put my hands up on the door. This is sometimes referred to as the police stretch. And I'm going to stretch. Oh. And I like to hold that stretch for about 30, 60, 90 seconds. More better. Obviously, if you go longer, you want to stretch a little less intense. So remember, stretching intensity is always to the point of discomfort. What you're doing is you're stretching these pec minor muscles, and that lets those scapula or shoulder blades kind of come back a little bit. And so what you're doing is you're facilitating that motion, and then you're tightening it up by doing the exercises that you do. So I would repeat that flow 2 or 3 times just to kind of get this whole sequence going. But it's a handy little sequence of exercises to do in the event that you do struggle with that neck pain. Again, if you have pain, definitely see your practitioner first, but these are things that you can do just kind of on the outside to maybe prevent certain little things from happening. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. See you soon.